My wife is amazing in so many ways, but whenever we fight, our words cut deep. A few weeks ago, we were supposed to go to our cousin's engagement party. She had been looking forward to it for weeks, picked out a dress, and kept reminding me to keep the date free.
Okay.
On the actual day, one of my boys called and asked if I wanted to watch the match and grab drinks. Without thinking, I said yes. Told myself I'll just swing by and meet her at the party later. During the match, I lost track of time and never showed up. When I got home that night, she was furious. She completely exploded. She called me selfish, useless, and even shouted like a waste of my time. I don't even know why I'm with you. Then she locked herself in the bedroom and refused to speak with me. The next day, she acted like nothing happened, cuddling on the sofa saying, "That's how I just express myself when I'm hungry. Don't take it personally." But here's the thing. This isn't the first time. Whenever she's upset, she reaches out with the harshest words she can throw. Now, I'm wondering, is this just a communication style? Or am I letting myself get used to verbal abuse disguised as passion? My own question is, what exactly is wrong here? Is it the neglect or the verbal abuse? It's a long story, right?
Go first now. I'll give her time.
Well, I feel like both of them are actually wrong in this case. The guy is wrong as well because obviously she's been communicating this to him over and over for the past couple of weeks, and he should actually have like planned for that. But then the part where she then insult him, call him names, I think that is also wrong. Yeah, he missed it. He didn't come, but that's not the end of the world now. It's
It's
not
a big deal. It's a family party. It's an engagement that, family can be sometimes tricky because they're expecting you to show up and show up with your
family and your yeah. But I mean, she could still have registered her displeasure in a way without calling him names. Like what was you said she called him again?
Selfish,
Useless.
waste of time.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like men, they're always about, respect, 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 respect. So I feel like once you start calling the man names, it starts to feel disrespected. And honestly, we women tend to be like that. Most women tend to be like that, but I think it's a part where you then get to like caution yourself, retrain yourself, even though you're angry, you're not just throwing words around, because you know that even though the fight ends after a couple of hours, the words that you've spoken to that man is always going to be with him, so he's not going to forget it. So
I follow up with a lot of this?
Don't say something.
Because I want to say now, we are saying ladies should respect men, like that's how it is. How about if it was reversed? It was the man, like it was the lady that offended, and it was not the man that's calling names. In a culture that is we are not really projecting men should respect women. Like it's always
women should, yeah.
So
if it was the other way around and it was the man using such words, honestly, I would, as a lady, walk out of that relationship. Because if the man is already like being verbally abusive, it's only a matter of time before he starts to physically abuse you, and it's scary. It's scary, because men tend to have better control of their emotions. Men tend to manage their anger better, unlike women are very emotional people. So when we get angry, we're just talking, sometimes we don't even mean some of those things that we say. But men are more logical. Even when they are angry, you can still see, because that masculinity, they are still able to manage their emotions better. So but if you're now with a man that cannot manage his own emotions, and he gets angry up to the point that he start calling you names, it's only a matter of time before he start throwing punches at you. So
Wow. Okay. So I think we share the same opinion a lot. especially the guy shouldn't. If you've agreed to go for this event, just go for it together. If anything is going to change, you need to let her know. And what is going to change shouldn't be that you want to go and watch football with your guy. The thing I don't agree with that is, you see this cheaply, you will walk out of the relationship because I don't tend to. So you see how she was finding. How can I put it now? Women are very funny. You see how she was finding excuse for the woman when she's saying all those, you are useless, you are this. But man is logical, is straightforward, is blah blah blah. You walk out of the relationship. But if a woman is saying all of that to me, and I walk out of the relationship.
We were not created equal, you
Really?
know that.
So, but I cannot walk out of the relationship. Isn't it?
You can't.
Do you think I have every right to walk out
So
of
what
the
I
relationship
say
for
is,
telling me all of that?
if it's been recurrent, like, and then you've actually had the conversation with her, like, when you say these things to me, it hurts me and I feel disrespected. In a relationship, both parties are meant to respect themselves, right? So you've communicated that over and over and over, and you see that she's not actually making any effort to change that or to improve that character, then yes, you can actually walk away if you want to, even as a man.
But wait, I want to draw something for Katie.
Okay.
So do you think Baba and things or words like that don't really matter? If
Of
someone
course.
is,
It does. I don't know how on earth a woman will call me useless, not even my wife. What we cause it? As a man, me, I have pride though. So I don't see what we will have that a woman, you know. Oh yeah, you're stressing on a woman. Yeah. Why would somebody why would she call me useless because I didn't follow her to events, and stuff, or call me names and things like that. So
the way you are taking it personal, that's the way shit you. I believe it is also feeling that. Why will
she has no justification, no moral
a man
justification.
call a woman useless? Because men are more.
Of course, a man shouldn't call you shouldn't call each other those names. I mean,
Names.
Abba now.
Yeah.
Myself and I can fight anybody, I can have issues, but even friends, even female friends or whatever, don't call anybody useless and names and
Yeah, I feel like also, like, when you have issues in a relationship, I'm actually learning this. Like, you should focus on the issue and not attack the personality of
Yeah.
your partner, because when you start going to name calling, obviously you're already attacking the person and you've actually
Yeah.
left the issue.
And that
you should be
comes more from the
addressing.
women.
Yeah.
Men don't do things like that.
Because we are
Every time.
emotional. We are quite
Men don't stay on the issue now. You go and go around. You want to come here, you first pass through gated and come here.
Only you are stepping on my. That question I'm relating to this. Does the way we grew up affect how we fight in relationship?
definitely does.
But I don't totally agree.
Tell me.
Because the way we grew up might affect a lot of things, but in relationship, yeah, we are constantly getting better. That's what I think. So saying there are so many behaviors that are learnt. So many behaviors are learnt. So many things people do are learnt. Not necessarily what I didn't even grow up like this. There's no part of me now that is the way I grew up. Not nothing. So in relationship, you keep learn, you unlearn, you relearn, and so yeah. How I grew up, for me, has no.
Because I believe some people, the reason they use those words, or like you're stupid, it's like there's probably they grew up that way, or their parents, or their neighborhood.
Maybe their dad is calling their mommy, I be their.
You see, you have to understand that
It's just
sorry,
where I express myself.
yeah.
You better do better before you marry me or before you date me.
See, you have to understand that there's something called childhood trauma, right? And even though you want to say that the way you grew up does not really affect the way you are now, I think that is not actually a factual statement, because your subconscious, there are things that you've actually learned while growing up that are actually like in your subconscious mind, and whether you actively know why you are behaving this way or not, they actually stem from your childhood experiences, your traumas. So many of us adults actually have childhood traumas that we've not dealt with, and it shows in the way we relate to people, in the way we make friends, even in our relationships and all of that. So you really can't excuse how a child grew up. Of course, there's also the part of, okay, now you've accepted Christ, Jesus is working on you, you're becoming a better person, you're training yourself as well, retraining yourself and all of that. But sometimes you can still creep in once in a while, especially if you grew up in a chaotic environment where maybe your father used to beat your mother, right? And even though you don't like that action, but then when you grow up, maybe your wife does something and you get angry, before you know it, you've already rushed that. Because that's what you actually grew up seeing. And even though you know that it is wrong mentally, but in your subconscious, you've seen it that yes, a man can actually beat a woman, or if a woman does something to you, you can just caution her, like, shut up, and just eat her and then just shut her up. So even though you know that the action is wrong, but deep down, you don't tend to really have value for women, because that's what you've seen growing up. So it shows, actually, except that person has now submitted himself to the authority of Christ, and obviously is working on himself, learning to be a better person. And it's not a walk in the park. It takes a lot of effort to actually get to that point.
Okay, so another question I would like to ask relating to this, I think this might be the last one. If your partner insulted you in front of people, would you walk out or fight back?
What do you mean? When you say walk out, you mean literally walk out of the place in that moment, or fight back?
Or maybe no, not like
you say. For women, I can't speak for women. Women are something I don't understand sometimes. But for men, or for myself, if a woman insults me, let's say, so if anyone insults me, I won't say anything. I won't say anything, no. Because I think it's a waste of time arguing with a woman. Because arguing, going back and forth. I mean, every man should have pride. You should have some pride that, not because I see women less, but I can't argue with a woman. It's a waste of my time. That's where I sit. I don't shine eye for me. I don't see women less, but I don't argue with women. If you argue with me, I just leave you, because I'm like, women should argue with themselves, because at the end of the day, we probably do not reason exactly.
Are you saying that women are not worthy of being argued with? Like they're not worthy of them sharing?
This is the exact same reason why I don't argue with women. You see the way she interpreted it. It's the truth.
I think you're misogynist.
I've heard this thing. I've heard this thing before.
Oh, you're a narcissist.
There's someone that used me for TikTok, wherever, and I shared my opinion on things like this. And I read the comments. Oh, I can't believe this guy is married. Is this? Is that? But I will still keep saying the same thing. I can sit to have conversation with a woman. Or if I have issues with my wife, we can sit and talk and communicate. But when it comes to arguing, shouting at each other,
of course,
with women, it's a waste of, as a guy, it's a waste of time, because you will not see things from the same angle.
So what would you rather do?
I would just let her shout. Just leave her when she's calm. We'll communicate. Right? Yeah. Or I just go out. I just come to this place, or go somewhere, go and go and eat with Kobe somewhere or something.
Yeah,
just
cool down.
Yeah. When she's calm, probably she will come here, and women, and they always still call you again. You're not coming home. Are you not coming home today? Blah blah blah. So at some point you still talk. You still get to talk about it, but going back and forth and shouting, and I've learned that from my own personal experience that it's not worth it. It's just not worth it.
Okay, so
ask Anna. I think you have something to say.
So if I was in a place with my husband, for instance, and my partner is raising his voice at me. Is that what you said? Well, as a woman, there might be a tendency to want to like talk back, but things just really get messy, and then there are people there. You don't also want to come off as, oh, me and my husband, even though everybody knows that there's no couple that is perfect and every couple have their issues, but you still don't want the whole world to then see that, oh, me and my husband have issues. So if it's getting to that point, it can just be like, okay, can you like come? Like, let's leave where we are. Because if you're raising a voice, everybody's already looking at you now. Like, what's up now? Let's go somewhere and let's go and trash this out, I think that would just be
it's a very ugly experience. It's not,
Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts.
I think we are still agreeing up to this point.
I think we are still agreeing, and of course, what we are agreeing on is actually the truth. We can't because of podcasts like say what is wrong to the
Of course, yeah.
Verbal abuse is not something that we should welcome. It is abuse. Abuse is abuse. Because it's like emotional damage and it's destroyed the person's self-esteem
over time.
Yeah, so for our audience, if you are like that or you are experiencing that, if you're experiencing that, should we say they should work out? What would you advise someone that is currently experiencing
that? His spouse is always always
shouts.
shouting.
Not like he's always shouting. The person is a normal person.
Yeah.
The story said my wife is an amazing person. So it's not as if the person is not good at all. It's only when she gets angry or when he gets
in
angry
public.
that, not in public. I'm talking about the original story.
Oh, okay.
Like that's when she uses the
those words. Yeah.
So if someone is experiencing that, what would you advise the person?
I first ask, for me, what is even amazing? Maybe because the word amazing is too big. What to me, so somebody who calls me useless. And what other word again?
Sometimes people say things that they don't mean.
There's nothing amazing about anyone who can call me useless. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No matter what you do. Me, words are very big. I get very angry. As I'm looking at me like that, I can be very, very angry. But never will I call my wife or something useless. To someone I'm married to, are you mad? Why would I tell her is she mad? I mean, I don't see it. I don't see what. So I can't imagine me being someone that will say things like.
I mean, see, for you, you
my
might see
advice,
it's wrong.
it's not even just wrong.
It's very prevalent.
It's a deal breaker.
It's
a deal breaker for me. If I see a guy that a girl calls him, "Are you mad? Are you are useless?" You never find wife. That's what I would tell him. Just why you, and they are not married. Let's say they're involved in a relationship. I will tell you, why are you wasting your time? There are so many beautiful men out there that will call you sweet names every morning. Why then stay with someone that will call you, "Are you mad?" because she's angry?
Play. That beautiful sweet woman that you're talking about also has her own bad past.
Not like
because nobody is perfect.
Of course, no one is perfect. But not calling for someone that can look you and say it out.
You don't marry the person.
Do you know what the person has carried inside? Because that means. That's the least. That's the least thing that the person could actually say to you. Because the person is actually keeping a lot of things inside to look you and look you as a man. No respect, no regard. You see you lowest to call you useless. I mean, I don't know, but I can't imagine anyone calling me. No lady anywhere in the world will look me and and call me useless. So why would I come home and settle for that? And settle for a relationship where somebody will call me useless, where nobody in this world can call me useless. The person that now call my babe, my girlfriend, or my wife, whoever call me useless.
In a relationship like that, now you are advising the relationship to work out.
Yes. Trust me. For somebody.
Once they see, maybe they see a counselor.
Yeah, of course, that would be the first thing before you start working out.
Maybe yes. Marriage. Maybe because we see words differently.
If it was in a relationship now, and you're not married yet, of course, it's still easier to take some steps back.
But for marriage, I'll very look you. Why will you look at yourself to marry someone who's calling you useless? How about now? What were you looking at as a man?
You have to understand that people change, so the person might not have been like that.
And I will even question your ability to make decisions.
The
Because
person might not
I
have
just
been
set
like
for
that
someone
when you
who
were
said,
dating them.
trust me, somebody who calls you useless, stupid in marriage, she has been calling you useless since your relationship. You just don't, you are just not paying attention. You get, so she can't, in marriage is a big deal. For somebody to be calling you useless, in relationship, she has called you worse. You probably just have, you didn't think you could get to that level. But for me, or if I'm in that situation and I'm seeing a guy, the advice I will give him, if it is boyfriend, girlfriend, leave this girl now. And people change, but it's not, people don't entirely change as much as you think. Change is not that easy. People don't entirely change. They will just keep it somewhere. If anything can happen, and it's worse in marriage, because marriage now, you can really, really offend the other half. Hope you know.
Yeah.
In relationship, you might not even offend each other that much because you're not living with each other. But in marriage, you can do something that your husband can do something to you, or your wife can do something to you that you can never imagine that someone would do that to you, and you still have to just let it go. Will you then say because of that you know?
Yeah.
But for me, these are to me these are big deal. In marriage, I'll tell the person to, well, people say see counselor, pay some pounds to do therapy and pay for counseling and things. Maybe it works, but let me just leave it like that. But I don't know.
If it's getting to the point where you're starting to, it's abuse now, and over time it gets to affect you emotionally, mentally. If it's already getting to that point where you're already seeing yourself less, you're already viewing yourself from that lens of that abuse, then it might be safe to take, just separate for a while, for your own mental sanity, because your mental sanity is much more important than whatever marriage thing you guys have going on. So maybe just separate, withdraw yourself for a period of time, and see if you can get your families to help you, or a professional that can help you. And if you've done all of that and there's still no change, no improvement, honestly, I'll just advise to just maintain
everything you just said. Now, I know it involves a couple of thousands of pounds.
Maintain.
I don't even you first spent because a lady's calling me useless, I'm going to spend thousands, because you go and see therapy, you go and see
money.
You go and see your pastor. I don't know, maybe some men
just imagine that is a marriage.
But I can't imagine me shout. I can't imagine my pastor. My wife, they call me useless.
Brother, you calm down. So in a case where you already have children, there's a lot of things. You can't just say, oh, you're ending the marriage, you're walking away.
No, I don't believe in walking away, ending the marriage.
Think about before you just decide that, okay, this doesn't cut it for me, I'm walking away.
Me, I'm talking of relationship now.
Okay.
Because marriage, I don't advise married people because I believe you're already in it. But in relationship, I tend to advise my guys a lot.
Yes. In marriage too, there's a level of struggle you can take on. If it's already affecting you, then nah, you shouldn't.
Thank you so much